Earth is finally here. Hello everyone, it's your boy. No, not Urea. And today, I'm so happy. I just watched... Hold on, gotta scroll this thing away. Thank you. I've just watched that stream on the new stuff that's about to come out on this May, I believe. Later this May, and oh boy, I am hyped. You know how long I've been waiting for these. I'm about to make a damn myself here. But yeah, it's about Valkyrie. Oh, but first, a moment of silence for Goatberon and Chroma Bro. They was begging for DE to reward their favorite Warframe, and I'm gotta say, I just have to give a silence for you guys. I'm so sorry, guys, but can't win this time. Goat, not today. Okay, joke aside, I'm sorry to hear Goatberon didn't get a reward, because I've tried Goatberon, and to be honest, he's really boring to play. But yeah, when I first start Warframe, I play Valkyrie, and I see she got a pretty neat skill. Reply is such an interesting move, making her move around like Spider-Man, swinging around with her hook. You could hook enemy close to you, but it's really bad. Her war cry, probably the best skill for her, because it's increased attack speed and armor, but armor is so useless, people forget about it. They need to do something about armor to make it slightly better, feel slightly better, so people could play with armor. Her fall is god mode, basically that. So you change to creative mode and slash away all the enemy, which is a really good thing. And when you watch every single Valkyrie video out there, people always playing around her fall. All of them say basically her fall is basically the best thing ever on her. Her passive now is immune, no, not immune to knockback, but knockdown. So she stand up faster if she got knocked down, I believe. I think 50% faster. So I really like the passive change here.
Much into that. So now in the lower right, you can see that.
Yeah, I really like that. It does look like Varuna, the wolf Warframe.
Or get finishers, that gives you even more. This bar builds up and gives you melee damage. So if we go over here, so you see as I start attacking, it starts building up the meter down there.
Yeah, it's only a demonstration, but if you look at it, the melee build up is really slow. So I think they might increase the percent build up in the actual upgrade, because now it's just a demonstration of how it's worked. I think it's similar to Garuda. Yeah, it's similar to Garuda.
As you can see now, her one actually moves significantly faster, and it actually kind of doesn't stop midway. It used to be that essentially we just take you a little bit of the way and then just let you be. Now it actually moves along with you. And the other thing it does, if you cast it on an enemy, it actually
look, that's super cool for you. You just unlock all of them at the same time.
You can use it as not only as, it's like a more aggressive version. So instead of pulling the enemies to you, pulls you to the enemy.
Look at that! That's Garuda. She become Garuda.
For it to be over to be able to cast it, and it's now affinity range. So that means any allies that are within affinity range will now get.
Look at this. You notice this? So does that mean melee damage is going to go way beyond 100%? Does that mean I think it's going to end up at 300%. So this would be 300% melee damage increase. Oh boy, melee only player is eating good.
Melee vulnerability. That means all your melee attacks do more damage to them, and that also applies for other allies. So if you cast this on enemies and then other allies use their melee on them, the enemies will take more damage.
Oh, that's really cool. So they make
enemies that used to
enemy more vulnerable to melee damage. That's is awesome. So she's gonna pair really well with Varuna, Excalibur. Oh, Korra now will have 2 cat. If you're a Korra player and with a Valkyrie player, you guys are unstoppable, man. Okay, this is the controversial one. I reach every single comment. Some people agree that this is a bad change. This is a big nerf. Why they nerf our Valkyrie?
You no longer become fully invulnerable.
Okay. Yeah, there's a ton of soldiers screaming there.
So the reason for this is a lot of the mechanics that she had, such as extra armor from Warcry, being one of the Warframes with the most armor in the game.
I told you, she got extra armor on her too, which is useless because you're just gonna pop her fall anyway.
Those kind of didn't matter when you were totally invulnerable.
Yeah,
it also had this whole section where at the end of it you could die if you hadn't done like a certain process that was very confusing for most players.
I mean, armor is really bad though. They need to change the function of armor in order to make armor worth something on later's content.
Is that if you are above a threshold, and we're still
it's similar to Nidus,
experimenting with where that threshold is. When you take lethal damage, it actually consumes your rage and saves you so you don't die. So you basically have a get out of jail free card there. Since paralysis no longer consumes your shield, that means that you now have shield gain available at most times, so that also protects you.
I'm really excited for this rework though, because it's make her more fun to play, especially with a different passive. I wonder how they changed her augment. Although I enjoy it, I think the animation for her new grow and passive are dumb. In any case, I'm happy to see my fair aggregate getting tweaked. I believe it would look amazing if she flow up on sorts of different animation like void fall, but modify where she in screaming with rap. Yeah, they could have tried to add more animation to it, but this is just a work on progress, right? It's not a final product. So just keep giving them feedback. So hopefully they will add more animation to her. Is this possible that Stera gets an animation update as well? The current attack feel like a sparing weapon rather than a claw, if I'm being honest. Hopefully they will add more animation on her, because I would love if she got just a tiny bit. It's good enough. I don't think we need a big animation change, but yeah, I would love if she got a new animation. Like Saw level cap was easy outside of delivery with her. The only thing that need to change here is a 1 in 3 and both of them still can use this. Take a look at this guy. Her 1 stunned enemy when you pull toward them. What do you mean use this? You can pull all enemy together to stack up her multiplier. What? How is that useless? It's had functionality. You could just use her 1 and 3, and then all the enemy inside it just slow down for you to stack up. Overcry. I don't use armament anyway, and usually play Valkyrie solo. I like to change her paralysis. Okay, at least he liked the number 3 and passive. Though I already did more than enough damage even without them. Fighting invisibly for a short-lived so angry to die mechanic and hell tanky is bad idea. Well, if you kill them fast enough, then they would not kill you. You ever think of that? Huh? I mean, she only worse than before because you relies on her fall too much. Think about that. Maybe you should try to use all her ability. I don't know. But then again, it's Warframe. People has their own way to play the game. Valkyrie invulnerability was like the only reason I sometimes use her. You sometimes use her because her invulnerability. So these are fake Valkyrie, friend. Fakey. I bet you only play Valkyrie because you watch on YouTube. You not actually appreciate her like I do. You don't deserve her. Leave. We don't need you here. Valkyrie men rise up. Become yet another Warframe land on shield getting to survive. The whole reason I ran her was because I had to rely on shield gating. Dude, Revenant exists, you know that, right? There's Revenant, this Harrow, you can run them instead if you want invulnerability so much. But they're not cool enough. Okay, valid point. That makes sense. Throwing that invulnerability on her augment actually a good idea and will make people less angry about this update. After reading through this wall of text, I don't know, man. I still think it's a good change, okay? But I gotta agree with some of you. This is a nerf to the current Valkyrie, who is invulnerable to all damage after clicking on Hysteria. I still think they make her a little bit more interesting with Replies and Paralysis. I don't see the argument that the 1 and 3 is still the same. Now you can use her 3 in some of the situation to slow the enemy down instead of just clicking on it. I don't know, I never used her 3. Yeah, after reading it, I gotta agree with some of you. This is a nerf. Valkyrie now cannot handle 500 level content. By the way, no one reached 500 level content unless they are Warframe nerd. Yeah, aside from those heavy hitter enemy, I think Valkyrie can do with just most of the content. Similar to, I think Nidus and Inaros could still do the same. I'm playing exclusively Valky as a nice send-off until update drop. Dude, I've always been playing Valky. You still a fake fan to her. You not really appreciate her. You only like her because of her exterior. You don't really care about her. It's like you like a rich boy because they rich. You not actually like him because his personality. Valky has no personality aside from exterior. So now they make her more like a rage Warframe with passive. For one, make her more aggressive, pulling her toward enemy. You get it, man. You get it. I and you both understand what they're trying to do with her. But maybe they will fix the health tanking. You know, make health tanking better. I read some Reddit that posts the way to fix health tanking. That sound really good. Yeah, I like the design change this guy introduced. Hopefully DE will put that full team power to do this. It sounds really good for health tanking. That's the problem with Valky. She only has exterior. That's the best ability, and her Warcry and exterior combo together make her the best Warframe for late game content. Because you just need to click 2 ability and try to get enough mana to survive through the whole game. See, as always, everything's subject to change. So they might not actually give invulnerability back, but they might change something in the game that help health tanking this new Valky working better. Or Excalibur or Gara or Revenant with Venka Frame. Yep, but we're probably the prefer Frame over Valky now. Make melee influence on his fall with reactive stall outmove. Good power over a new nerf Valky. She's not even out yet, dude. These people are so negative. They just doom posts about everything. Yeah, invulnerability is just too overpowered. They want to nerf that thing out. But yeah, still, her 1 and 3 now has actually functional use instead of just being there. You want to be Spider-Man again. But yeah, I'm glad they make 1 and 3 more interesting. Casting while moving on 2 is a weird rework because people would just use internal war instead. So not everyone just going to constantly casting her too. But yeah, I just have to wait to see how it works. Hysteria is the nerf, but I don't know how the damage angry is going to deal with it. So yeah, let's just hopefully they figure out with the number, and hopefully Valkyrie will be just more fun, not just overpowered. That's about it. See ya.